Hi everyone. Today I will be demonstrating how to integrate native ads using Flurry and Swift. In order to display the various native ad assets, I'll be using a project skeleton containing a pre-built table view controller along with a custom cell class. If you would like to follow along, I've provided a link in the description of this video containing this project skeleton as well as the finished product. So to begin, we'll bring in any of the Flurry SDK files that we'll need to serve native ads. So we'll go up to File, Add Files to Project. And here I've already prepared all of the files needed from the Flurry SDK to serve native ads. So you can go ahead and pause the video to look at them individually. So I'll make sure that I have copy items if needed selected. And I'll go ahead and hit Add. Next up, we'll go into our project root. We'll head over to Build Phases. We'll expand Link Binary with Libraries. And here we'll bring in any frameworks needed by Flurry to serve these ads. The first of those being libz.dylib, followed by system configuration.framework. Next up is core media.framework, avfoundation.framework, uikit.framework, storekit.framework, mediaplayer.framework, core graphics.framework, and lastly ad support.framework. Okay, so next up, in order to use these Flurry header files in our Swift application, we'll need to create an Objective-C bridging header file. So let's go over to File, New, File, and under iOS source we'll select it and select header file and hit next. I'll name it streamtest-bridging header.h, where streamtest is the name of this project, and I'll make sure the targets is set to streamtest. Go ahead and create it. And in this file we'll import those files that we dragged in before. The first of those being flurry.h, followed by flurry add error.h, flurry add targeting.h, flurry add delegate.h, flurry ads.h, followed by the native ad header files, flurry add native.h, followed by flurry add native asset.h, followed by flurry add native delegate.h, and lastly import flurry add native style.h. And before we can use this bridging header file, we'll go over to our project root, head over to build settings this time, search for Swift compiler, and next to Objective-C bridging header, we'll go ahead and put in the path to this bridging header file, which is streamtest/streamtest-bridging header.h. Okay, so first up, now that we have all of these files in our possession, we'll go over to appdelegate.swift and we'll start a new Flurry session. So here I'm using my own API key, but you should use your own which you've obtained from the Flurry development portal website. Next up, we'll go into our table view controller and we'll go ahead and add the Flurry add native delegate to our class. And up here, we're going to initialize our ad space. So we'll do let native add equal Flurry add native. And here we'll do with space. And here I'll put in my own ad space, which is streamy. Okay. So streamy is my own ad space, which is configured to have a placement of stream. And in ad details, I've set it to have a detailed card as a setting. So with that set, we'll go ahead and add the following code to our viewDidLoad function in order to fetch an ad. So we'll do native add.delegate add delegate to be self, and we'll also set the view controller to be this. So we'll also make that be self. And lastly, we'll fetch an ad, native add.fetchAd, and that'll actually fetch an ad along with its assets. So once an ad is successfully fetched from the Flurry server, it'll trigger a callback function called addNativeDidFetchAdd, and here we'll implement that function in order to grab that data. So func addNativeDidFetchAdd, and here we're going to do var asset equals native add.asset list, and that will contain all the various properties that we'll use to assemble our ad. And we'll do self.tableData.append asset, where table data is going to be our variable containing an array of any objects, and these will contain our ad assets. And we'll also reload the table view. So we'll do self.tableView.reload, so it knows that new data has come in. So in order to display our ad, we'll now implement our function TableView cell for row at index path, where here we'll actually assemble our ad from the various pieces. So for var index equals 0, index less than self.tableData index path.row .count index plus plus, and here we'll do var new asset, which is a type of any object, is equal to self.tableData index path.row bracket index. And now we'll check to see the name of each property in our list, and this should be table data, capital D. So if new asset.name is equal to headline, we're going to do cell.stream title label.text is equal to new asset.value, where this is going to be the title of our advertisement. Otherwise, if new asset.name is equal to summary, we'll do cell description stream description label.text is equal to new asset.value, and this is going to be the description text of our advertisement. Otherwise, if new asset.name is equal to sec_hq_image, which is going to be the image of our advertisement, we'll create a URL, which is of type NSURL, and that value is going to be new asset.value. And if this worked, we'll do if let actual URL. We'll construct a URL here to fetch the data from. Let the image data equal type NSData with contents of URL being actual URL. And here we'll actually display this image. If let actual image data equals image data, we'll do cell.stream image view.image, and we'll use the UI image function with data being set to actual image data. And here we'll copy the same code and we'll paste it down here, and we'll use the same logic to display a sponsored logo, and the string that we'll be checking is sec_hq branding logo. And we'll simply change our view to be cell.sponsored image view.image, and it's the same code as before, just fetching a different image. The last asset we'll assemble is if new asset.name is equal to source, and this is the sponsor name. We'll do cell.stream source label.text equal to new asset.value. So we'll just make sure that there are no errors anywhere. Everything seems to be okay, so we'll go ahead and run our application. Compiling, okay. So upon loading, let's hit yes. We should see our native ad being served. So great, if you follow along, you should be having native ads appear in your application. Thanks for watching.